Hi, we are going to continue taking notes on our factoring foldable. Now we're going to do, or today we're going to do perfect square trinomials. And then we'll get to difference of squares. So a perfect square trinomial is a trinomial such that, let's say we have ax squared plus bx plus c. You know it's a perfect square when you can divide the b by 2. So b divided by 2. And take the square root of c. And they equal the same number. So that's when you know you have a perfect square trinomial. So if you noticed, x squared plus 10x plus 25, that's a perfect square trinomial. So let's look at it. X squared plus 10x plus 25. Okay, so 10 divided by 2 equals 5, and the square root of 25 also equals 5. So my factors are x plus 5 and x plus 5. I have 2 of these, so I can make it an exponent, right? Because they multiply together. So x plus 5 squared is the are the factors, or is the factor. Okay. So now I would like for you to do this one. X squared plus 12x plus 36. Try that one. So first you're going to check to see if 12 divided by 2 and the square root of 6 equal the same number. And then write out your factors. Okay? That is perfect square. So now let's move on to difference of squares. So you're writing on this foldable. Oh. Just in case. I'm going to go back. I'm going to pull this up a little bit so you'll have time to copy this down just in case it got a little blurry. So there's the beginning. There's your answer. Okay? Alright, difference of squares. So you're writing on the last flap. So let's say we have this problem. Not to factor, but okay, this obviously is already factored, but I want to show you something. We're going to use the box method to do this problem. Okay, x times x is x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. 3 times x is 3x. And 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. Okay? So these guys in the middle will, what's going to happen? I have 3x minus that 3x. Those cancel out. So I'm left with x squared and minus 9. So now I know that every time I see a problem that looks like this, x squared minus a number that you can take the square root of. I know that the factors are x plus the square root of that number and x minus the square root of that number. So let's do another example, or let's do a real problem. So here's our problem. I have x squared minus 16. I know I can take the square root of x squared. That's going to be x. And the square root of 16 is a positive 4 and a negative 4. Okay, so you do x squared minus 49. So if you are having trouble figuring out the perfect squares, here's an easy calculator trick. You know, I'm full of calculator tricks. If you type in x and then square it and find push second graph. These are all of the factors, not all of the factors, psych. These are all of the perfect squares. And they go on for infinity, so you can find any perfect square you want. So there's 49, and you see that the square root of 49 is 7. So there you go. Do that problem. That concludes our foldable. So we're almost done with this unit. You just have some practice problems to do with all 3 methods, and then we'll be ready to divide and take our test. Remember, you have a notebook check at the end of this week, and we'll have our test next week. So keep that in mind. All of these notes and all of the extra problems that I gave you have to be done in order to get a good grade on your notebook check. Okay? And don't forget about your other foldable also. That has to be done in order to get a good grade on your notebook check. All right, good luck.